So guys, we're good. We're live. Just need to make sure everything is working. I want to break down the chart for this week for us. So can you guys hear me? What's this? So can you guys hear me? All right, good. But it's like it's lagging behind, but no problem. So guys, hope your trading has been going well. Now we're stepping into a new week already, and I'm going to be analyzing the charts for you with you guys. All right, to let you guys know what I'm seeing on the charts. Hope my screen is showing well. I think I need to position this up. So don't mind all this drawing here now, guys. Last 2 weeks, all right. Last 2 weeks, if you're on our Telegram group, I know we don't have much people there yet. Um, if you're part of the Telegram group or you follow us on this channel and you watch my previous video, I said I posted some things also on YouTube too as well. I called this push up, right? This buy that you can see from here, all this push up like this. I called it, and I said I see that gold is about to do something, right? I posted it on the Telegram, and when at that time gold was somewhere around here. All right, gold was somewhere around here, or where exactly? Somewhere around here. Last 2 weeks, and I said, yeah, somewhere around here last 2 weeks, and I said that you can either jump in on the buy immediately or you could wait for price to either come down a little and then you get in for your buys, right? And I got in also for a buy around here, all right? And we're still holding the trade. We're still in that trade. Okay, I got in for a buy somewhere around there. So stops were somewhere like this, or you could even say your stop was like this, right? Whichever one you want to use. But remember, this is a swing trade, right? So we held it, and price got up to this point. As you can see, that's 1:7, right? And we're still in on this trade now. Definitely, if you got in on this trade, you would have taken some profits already as price got to this point, because you know that that's also a key level. Looking at this level right here, all right. So you could tell that yes, there was going to be some rejections, but I suspected that the rejections could come down to also this level right here where price is at right now, right? But looking at the way price was forming around this zone, I was really hoping that this level would hold and continue to push higher, but gold does whatever it wants to do. So price actually dropped lower, so we're still in on this trade now. um Apart from this trade, we also got in here too as well. You can see this level right here. We also got in here, and this level is quite close to this key level that price has already pulled back down to. All right, so we're still also holding all this trade. So I had several entries in this entire area, right? Because if you on the Telegram group, I told you guys that I see this happening, right? And exactly what I thought would happen was what happened, right? Price just pushed higher. Now, initially, I was hoping, I was, okay, I don't know if you guys were seeing what I was showing because my screen is not, maybe, what am I doing? Um, trying to show the. Can you guys see this? Is it better like this? All right. Let me see if it's gonna work like this. So guys, like I was saying, let me go back. We got in somewhere around here. Oh, here's the tools now. Still trying to figure out. Oh, problem. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to sort this out. Okay. I went to full screen, so I'm trying to remove it back from full screen because I can't find some stuff. Um, all right, so let's stick with this. So, like I was saying, I got in for a buy around this level, right? Somewhere around there. You could have put your stops here or put your stops here. I prefer the wider one because seeing this is a swing trade, like I said, um, seeing that this was a swing trade, it's better to have a reasonable stop loss, right? So we held it up to this point, okay, and then also got in on some other buys to at these other levels, right? And price pushed up, okay. But now, what do we expect in this new week? That's what this video is about. Let's go into it. What are we looking forward to in this new week? Okay, so let me hide this. I'm going to go start from the monthly so we see things better. Okay, so looking at the monthly, we can clearly see that gold is still very much bullish, right? And no doubt about it. And before this month started, what I told you guys was that it's very possible for us to see a little drop and then gold would push up completely to try to fill up this week. Now, as you can see, gold dropped a little and then began to attempt to fill up this previous week of the previous month, right? Now gold pushed up and then all of a sudden we are seeing this rejection downwards. Now, so what should we keep looking out for? We should still stick to looking for buys. That's I think that's clear enough. So let's go to the weekly. Now looking at the weekly, we can still see that gold is still bullish, right? Gold has been bullish for the longest possible time, and then all of a sudden we began to see this pullback, this pullback, and then after the pullback we began to see rejections. You can see these two weekly rejections right here, and then the last week gold pushed up and created a green candle, right? But you can see it left us with a massive wick above, a rejection. Okay, so what are we going to look out for now? We are still going to stick to looking for our buys. All right. So we could what could actually happen is we could see price come back down into this level, which I really don't want it to do that, which is 4001 level, right? That's a key level. As you can see there, price could come down into that level and then we could start seeing rejections from there. So price could drop down to the bottom of the previous week and then we could start seeing rejections from that level upwards, and it might continue to push upward to the all-time high. That's very possible. Another thing that could happen is we could see price even drop further down to this level and finally even go lower, even into the 50% level that I've been waiting for price to get into. All right. Now, I don't really want that to happen, and that might not happen, right? I think we could see it actually drop down to 4001 level and push up from there. Or it could just come down a little and then continues push up. That's it. So let's go to the daily. Let's see what things are looking at like there. Now looking at the daily, we can see that gold is bullish, right? It pulled up and then began to drop. So you can see the price is respecting this level, right? Price got down to this level right here and respected it and gave us rejections upwards. So like I said earlier, we could see price come down to 4001 level, and then we could see price push up from there. But like I said, I don't really want that to happen, because if that happens, some of the trades I'm already in on might get stopped out at break even, and I don't want that, because I also suspect that price could actually even drop lower. That could also happen. So I'm just going to keep a close eye on the charts to see what happens. Okay, but my first take on the charts for this week is to see price come down a little and then gives me a sign that it wants to continue to push up, and then I'm going to get in on trade. But I think we need to go down to the 4 hour to see things much better, right? I like the fact that on the daily right here, we don't see any engulfing candle on the daily right here, because if I saw a bearish engulfing candle on this daily, then I'll be very certain that price would actually drop. So even drop lower, but I'm not saying that. So let's go to the 4 hour. Now looking at the 4 hour, I need to shrink this a little so you see the entire charts very well. Looking at the 4 hour, okay, we just need this place. So we can now turn this back on. So looking at the 4 hour, last week I told you guys we're expecting for price to push up, break this level as the week opened, and come back down and test it and push higher, or price might even come down to this trend line over here. Now you can see which one happened. Price actually just pushed up, broke this entire level, and didn't even come down to test this level. It just continued pushing up, right? So we were correct about the direction, but price didn't actually come back down to test it here. Now what did we have? After this entire push up, price now came back down here to test this level. So funny, right? But anyway, price is acting the way we expected it to act, at least, right? So now let me extend this, because we could see price also drop down to this trend line and give us a third touch right here. You could see that happen. So if price gets down into this level, which is 3978 level, fine, right? Or just comes down into this trend line right here and touches it and gives us the kind of formation that indicates that price wants to push higher, and that's a good one. All right, another level is this level that we have drawn right here. This is a neckline, right? So if price gets down into this level as well and gives us a formation that indicates to us that price wants to push higher, then we could also get in on the trade as well. Okay, so already it's tested this level, right? So it could want to come down to test this level, or even come down lower. Now if it gets any lower than this, then we're going to get stopped out at break even on this particular trade that we have here. After this trade, we have another trade somewhere here, right? After this trade, we have another trade somewhere here and somewhere here, right? So but let's see what happens. All right, let's see what happens. Like I already said, we might see price, we might see gold, we might see gold do something of this nature. We might see gold come down into this level, right? And then we might see rejections upward. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. And like I said, it could also even come lower, right? But I really don't want it to. It could even come down and touch this trend line. If it does that, we're going to get stopped out at this break even, and probably even this other trade here, we might get stopped out at break even, and then look for another way to get in before it continues its push up, unless price would want to break lower. Unless price would want to break lower. All right, can you guys see this? unless price will want to break lower, right? Unless that. Now, if it does that, then we know that it's going to be coming into this 50 fib level that we marked over here since. All right, which price hasn't gotten into it yet. So we just need to keep a close eye on the charts and then observe it to see what it's going to do. We just need to keep a close eye on the charts to see what's going to do. So so that's what I'm going to be looking out for. Sorry, I got distracted there. Someone was talking to me. Now let's check. Let's look at the 1 hour. Okay, sorry, I had to attend to something quickly. So now, guys, like I was saying, these are the things we're going to be looking for. Now, on the 1 hour, we can see the same thing happening, right? Now, if we see price drop into this zone and push lower and gives us rejections, we're going to take it. Now, mind you, price could also respect this level that we have right here. Now, if price respects this level and push higher, right, and then gives us another drop to push higher, that's it. That's it. I think it's as simple as that. This is just what I'm seeing. That there's nothing really much else, nothing much to say again. So I'm just going to be watching for gold to come down into this level. We could see a drop, then it continues its push up, or it could even drop lower, right? Now, if we see a gap created upwards and then gold just begins to push higher, that's also very possible. All right, in the sense that imagine something like this happens. Instead of all this, gold just pushes higher, right? What you're not going to look for is for gold to come back down to test into this level and then you ride it up. In fact, this is what I just want to see. If I see this happen, then I'm going to be really excited, right? And once that happens, you can now draw this your trend line to look for your third touch. The moment the third touch happens, that's it. You get it. Okay? So this is just what I'm going to be looking out for. Things like this. So you just need to have an understanding of how the chart moves, especially how gold moves, and you're going to know. You're going to be fine. You're going to know what to look out for. You're going to know what to do. So, but let's see how it goes. And that's my take on goals for this week. Let me know in the comment section what you guys are trying to do or what instruments you guys are going to be trading. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this to see how everything plays out. Okay, so I do hope you guys have a wonderful trading week. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions or there's something you want me to look at. Peace out.